Hi guys, it's Krystle back at it again with another video. I actually got the idea for this one when I had the absolutely amazing opportunity to go and teach at Princeton University during their Splash event, which I actually vlogged and posted right here on my channel, so I'm going to link it down below in the description box and also up here in the little white box, so you should totally go check it out. I also vlogged a lot of Princeton's campus and all the cool things that go down there, so yeah, definitely take a look. Anyway, one of the classes that I taught there was called How to Write a College Application Essay, and we focused in class on the prompts for essay writing provided by the Common App application. However, when I asked people how many of them actually knew what the Common App was and were familiar with what's on it, very few of them raised their hands, and that was kind of concerning to me.
Are you guys familiar with the 2019 Common App prompts? No? Okay, so we can definitely go over those. I can read them to you guys.
So when I got home, I went on YouTube and I looked up videos on going through the Common Application and guides to the Common App, and everything that I saw was from like 2017 or earlier. So I decided that it is time for an updated guide, you guys. But before we get started, don't forget to follow me on social media, both my official and personal accounts. Hit that notifications bell and, of course, subscribe. In fact, you'll see that if you subscribe and you hit the link down below in the description box and you write in the comments, I entered, then you'll automatically be entered for a chance to win a free essay critique. It takes 5 seconds and it's a completely free essay critique that you can use for high school or college apps or summer program applications. So honestly, why wouldn't you do it? And now that you've obviously all done exactly that, let's get to it. So to actually get to the Common App, you can either go to www.commonapp.org, or if you're like me, you can just type Common App in the search bar and click on the first link that shows up. I know, so quirky. So then you go to the big green button in the top right corner that says Apply Now, and I obviously have an account since, well, I did apply to college and that's how I got into Columbia in the first place, but if you're new to this, then you'll just go to Create an Account and it'll just ask you what kind of an account you're making. I'm guessing most of you watching this are going to be applying as first-year students, but you can also set up an account as a transfer student, education professional, or parent or other adult. Then you just enter your email, create a password, and bam! You're all set. So once you're signed in, the dashboard is the first thing you see, and it just welcomes you, and most importantly, it tells you how to add the colleges that you're going to be applying to your profile. So if I click on the My Colleges tab, you'll see that it's actually empty right now. That's where all the colleges that you decide to apply to will show up with their different requirements. Like some colleges will have you answer additional questions or write additional essays or supplements, but there's nothing here right now. And that's because we actually have to go to the College Search tab and add them. So we're going to skip over the Common App tab in the middle for now and go straight to College Search. You can narrow your search for colleges by a bunch of different factors, whether it's the state that it's in, or application deadline, or whether or not it requires standardized test scores. The simplest way, though, to find a college is literally just to type in its name, and then once you find what you're looking for in the list of everything that pops up, you can click on it, view its stats, and most importantly, scroll down and hit that little red Add button to have it show up in your My Colleges tab. You can add up to 20 colleges, which was kind of a problem for me just because I wanted to add so many that I kept switching in and out these different schools that I was interested in. Ironically, I ended up being accepted to Columbia early decision, so I had to retract any applications that I sent out anyway, but I don't know, I think that it's good though, just to be prepared and have a bunch of options to choose from. Once you add a college, you'll see a little pop-up telling you that it went through successfully and also inviting you to check out your My Colleges page with the new updates. So let's take its advice and actually start going through this thing chronologically now. So now we can see all the details about Columbia and what they require from their applicants, from asking you whether you want to submit an arts portfolio to trying to figure out what you're interested in, what you want to study. There's also the tab for the letters of recommendation, which will usually be written by 2 of your teachers from high school and your guidance counselor at school. And this FERPA thing over here, that's really just basically saying that you waive your right to view the letters of recommendation. I would advise you guys to always check each college's personal website if you're applying to them to see if they allow you to submit additional letters of recommendation, since some schools will list it only on their website and not on the actual Common App, so you just have to go there and check out whether you can and see all the protocol and everything. That's something that I didn't know about when I was applying to college, and so I want to make sure that you guys know everything, even what I didn't know. And actually, let me know down in the comments below if you want me to make a video about everything I wished I had known when I was applying to college so that you guys can get the inside scoop. Some schools will also have additional questions called a writing supplement for you to fill out, and if you guys want, I would be very happy to make a video going over Columbia's writing supplement specifically, how I filled it out, my best tips for you guys, all that good stuff. So once again, let me know in the comments down below if that's a video you want to see. So now we get to the meat and potatoes of the Common Application, which is this tab right here in the middle. You see that you need to fill out all your basic information, your name, date of birth, school, everything like that. Very simple, very straightforward. And then you go ahead and you do pretty much the same for your parents, down to the highest level of education each one of them received. But once again, very basic, very easy to fill out. The real stuff starts happening once we get to the Education tab. You fill out your school's name and all its other information, and also the name of your guidance counselor who will be providing colleges with more information about you. And finally, you also note if you've been at any other high schools or taken classes at any colleges. That last one is more common than you might think, just because lots of kids have dual enrollment programs at their high schools, or they take classes at the local community colleges, all that kind of thing. Then you report your GPA, class rank, graduating class size. I went to the Stanford University Online High School, which is quite a small school being online and all that, so my graduating class had 74 people in it, which was a thing. It was a whole thing. But yeah, this should definitely be not too difficult to fill out, and then you put in the names of the classes that you're taking in your senior year, in addition to what level they're at, whether it's honors, AP, college level, or something else entirely. If there's any confusion over that whatsoever, and usually there's not just because, you're ostensibly taking those classes at the time that you're filling the Common App out, but if there is, you can just ask your guidance counselor. Other than that, once again, more straightforward stuff. The Common App really tries to keep everything simple. It's definitely not as crazy and confusing and just mind-blowing as I always imagined it would be when I was but a wee freshman. Next, we get to the honors section. And that's for all your academic awards and accolades, but I'm actually going to skip over it for now because I'm planning on making a much more in-depth video going over this section and just this section specifically in the coming weeks. So be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that so you know exactly when that's going to come out and you can fill it out to the best of your ability, as it is a very important section. After honors are community-based organizations, and this is a section that I know can be kind of confusing for a lot of people. It's not asking you anything like, what nonprofit organizations have you volunteered with? Though, if you have volunteered with a nonprofit, then that would actually be really great to put on your apps. Just not in this section. Basically, what this is just a drop-down menu of different organizations dedicated to helping students from various walks of life learn about applying to college and maximize their opportunities. So if there is one in this list that you recognize and you've worked with, then you can absolutely put it down. Like, for example, I was part of the Johns Hopkins Center for Talented Youth, so I listed that one. You also don't want to put here the names of the private college counselor you might have worked with, or a tutor, or anything like that. Like, if you're working with me, you wouldn't put me down or anything like that. Finally, you list your future plans, which are just the field you want to go into and the highest degree you can envision yourself getting. So if you want to be an art historian with dreams of pursuing a doctorate, then you'd put that down there. Or if you want to be a mathematician who's bent on pursuing a master's or a bachelor's, once again, you're just fine. That's what you would put down. The next section is testing, and this is where you just list the standardized test scores that you're planning on sending in, along with the scores themselves. Some colleges allow you to use score choice, which basically allows you to send in only the scores that you want to send in, as opposed to every single score you've ever gotten. So let's say you took the SAT 3 times, but you only like the second score. Score choice and the colleges that accept it would allow you to do that. However, not all colleges accept score choice, so just be sure to confirm on the website of each college that you have listed under your My Colleges tab. They usually make it very clear on their standardized test policies. And then there's the activities section. Just like with the awards and honors section, I'm not going to be going into the activities section here because I'm planning on making a video about it very soon where I go into that section in much more detail, so be sure to subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you're notified when I post so that you can get the full benefit. And actually, if you have any questions on the activity section in the meantime, then you should definitely ask them in the comment section down below so I can be sure to get to them in that video. Okay. So now we have the writing section, which I know is the main event for a lot of people. It certainly was for me. The 2019-20 Common Application essay prompts are the same as they were last year, which is really nice and convenient. I'll link them down below, and then if you want to know more about what I wrote about for my essay, then I'll link that up here because I've already made a video about it, and hopefully it can benefit you guys a lot. I'm also planning on teaching my How to Write a College Application essay class at a lot more splashes, just like I did at Princeton University. Columbia, Yale, Harvard, a bunch of other schools, they all have splash events, and I am definitely planning on getting to as many of them as possible, and I will hopefully also be at Princeton again next year with the same class, so you guys should definitely come by. I also provide essay coaching to help people out with their essays, so if you're interested in a critique that's fully personalized to you, you can always feel free to email me at info@myivaeducation.org with those and any other questions whatsoever about the application process. If you've made it this far, then thank you so much for watching this video, and be sure to let me know down in the comments what you want to see on my upcoming videos about the honors and activity sections. Let me know if you're planning on applying to Columbia and anywhere else you might want to go, and you can always reach out to me over social media or at my email if you need help with essay coaching, academic consulting, or the college application process in general. So do not be afraid to reach out. I love communicating with each and every one of you guys, and it honestly warms my heart so much to see you comment, to get your emails. Honestly, I just appreciate you all so much. Thank you for being you. I know where you are now and how confusing all of this is, so I'm here to help. If you enjoyed this video, then please, please, please give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you're updated next time I post, which will be very soon. Thank you all again. Bye for now. I had the absolutely amazing opportunity to teach at Princeton University during their Splash event last month. And I also showed a bunch of students, whether they want to submit an arts portfolio or... I would advise you guys to always check on each school's website to see if they allow and some schools also have additional questions called a writing supplement. Some schools will also have additional questions called a writing supplement. Some schools will also have additional questions called a writing supplement.